Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's Noelle. Today we're going to be talking about my goals for a fall reset. Fall is my favorite season and it's the perfect time to get a start on some good habits. Today I'm going to be talking about my 10 goals for this fall reset. Let's get into it. Goal number 1 is waking up early. For me personally, I'm going to be waking up at 5 a.m. This is going to be a challenge because I've never done that before, but I'm starting a new job, so it's important that I wake up with enough time to get things done before I go to work for the rest of the day. One of the most important things you can do if your plan is to get up early is to start the night before with preparations. You need to be ready for what's coming in the morning. You need to be going to bed at a good time so you're not super exhausted when you wake up early, because then you're never going to try again. So, for example, for me, I'm planning on working out in the morning. I'm going to need to set out my workout clothes, set out the things that I'm going to need that's not going to take me extra time. My next goal is daily movement. It's really important that we move every day, otherwise our bodies are just gonna get weak. Your immune system isn't gonna be working as well. I'm gonna get sick more often, which is what happens to me frequently because I don't work out that often. So it's my goal during this fall reset to really stick to a schedule and just get stronger and healthier. I'm planning to do a cardio strength training mix. And thankfully for me, my husband is in school to be a physical therapist, so I don't actually have to come up with my own routines because he just writes them down for me and then I just follow it when I go to the gym. It's super easy to look up workout routines online, find something that works for you and what your goals are. One of my biggest goals with working out is I would like to run in a 5K this Thanksgiving. I don't run. I've never run a 5K before. I only have 6 weeks to prepare for it, so we're gonna see how this goes, but it's a goal that I'm going to be pushing myself towards, and I'm really excited to see how much progress I can make in that time, and if I can even complete it running the whole time. We'll see. Number 3 is spending time in the Bible daily. I'm a Christian, and it is very important that we as Christians are spending time with God and reading his word, because how are we supposed to pour out on others if we ourselves are an empty cup? So we need to be filling up our cup daily with not only just reading the Bible, but praying over it and just praying throughout the day. So that is one of my biggest goals personally. Goal number 4 is cutting down on screen time. I'm guilty of this just as much as the next person, of not having the motivation to do anything but lay in bed and just scroll for hours. So that doesn't really help us in our reset era. So we're going to be trying to get out of that. One of the things that I'm going to be doing to kind of force myself off of it is putting a time limit on my screen time, especially for Instagram. Reels are extremely addictive, so we're gonna cut down the time that I spend on there. Too much screen time is also very overstimulating to the brain, which makes it difficult for us to process our thoughts and our emotions, which makes me feel like I'm on edge all of the time. I don't know about you. So cutting it down and doing other things is going to help boost your creativity, boost your productivity, and just overall boosting our mood. So we're gonna find things to do other than sit and scroll on our phones. Goal number 5 is to start reading books again. This goal kind of goes hand in hand with the cutting down on screen time. Personally, I haven't read a lot of books since I was a kid. I used to love reading, especially in my free time, but as I've gotten older, I just haven't really read as much anymore. Reading is helpful to widen your vocabulary, and it helps to spark creativity and inspires people. So I think that it's important to dive into those stories, the great literature, whatever. I already went to the library and I picked up a book. It's glaring real bad. It's called Tom Lake. So I'm excited to start reading this. It's a fiction book. I love fiction personally. I also like nonfiction, like help books or whatever, inspiring stories like that, but I'm trying to get into my fiction era. Goal number 6 is just enjoying what this fall season has to offer. Fall is my absolute favorite season. I love the weather, I love the activities. So this is a goal that I think is going to be pretty easy for me to hit. But you might be looking for some inspiration on what to do this season, and it also depends on where you live, whether you have the opportunity to do all of the activities. You can go to the pumpkin patch, you can go apple picking, drink apple cider. Baking is a good one to do because it's an activity you can do no matter where you are. If you don't have access to those outdoor activities, you can always just do silly fall things inside. Get yourself some fall candles, some fall decorations, and just really get into the season and have fun with it. Goal number 7 is eating healthy. This is something I really struggle with because, let's be honest, I don't like eating healthy. I like to eat whatever I would like to, but that's not a good plan. That's not a good idea. That's not a good habit to get into. We need to be taking care of our bodies so that, for one, we feel good, and also we stay healthy and don't get sick and have energy to do anything that we would like to do. Also, just don't want to have my stomach hurting all the time. So, gonna be trying to eat healthy, more protein, less sugar, less carbs. Protein is really important, especially going with our other goal of exercising, working out. You need a lot of protein to do literally anything with that. If you're trying to build muscle, you need to have protein. It's just kind of what goes hand in hand with that. You're not going to be seeing your results if you're not eating properly. So I'm not too big on starting a complete diet of cutting yourself off from everything and just being like, this is only what I can eat. As someone who is prone to an eating disorder, that's not really a good idea because you're more likely to binge if you've been restricting yourself too much. So one thing I've been seeing a lot recently is people doing the 80-20 diet, where 80% of the time that you're eating healthy, but 20% of the time is just doing whatever, enjoying yourself, not restricting yourself to the point that you can never enjoy food, that you can never have something that's not healthy. Number 8 is journaling. Journaling has been very helpful to me in the past of just trying to put down all my thoughts on paper. Really helps you to process what you're thinking, how you feel about things. If you're trying to make a decision, it's really nice to write things down and just really think through it. Journaling is also a big anxiety reliever. That's what I was taught by my therapist. So I know from a professional standpoint, they really recommend journaling. Just a way to unwind. You can do it in the morning when you wake up, just whatever comes to your brain in the morning to just get it out on paper, or you could do it at nighttime before you go to bed to just kind of decompress, just process everything that happened that day. Along with regular journaling, there's also gratitude journaling, so just writing down what you're grateful for, your friends, your family, the things you got to do that day, the good food you got to eat, all that kind of thing. It just helps to really get it really helps you to get into a positive mindset. Goal number 9 is keeping your space organized. It's important to be in a clean space to keep your mindset positive, and just being in a clean place just makes me happy personally. I enjoy organizing, I enjoy cleaning. It's a good de-stressor. Not only should we be organizing our physical space, but it's also important to be organizing your mental space. I personally like to organize my mental space by putting everything down on a calendar, so that I know what's going on and I don't have to, my brain doesn't just have to keep reminding me about things. Me and my husband, we use Google Calendar, so we can both put everything that's going on together and you can look at it on your phone, on your laptop. I also have a physical calendar whiteboard that I like to write on. It's important to pick and write down days of certain things that you want to get done, or even just certain activities that you want to do. For example, going to the pumpkin patch, going apple picking. You want to lock in those days that you would like to get that done. If that is your goal, you want to make it happen. Another space that is good to keep organized is your financial space. You don't want to have your money all over the place and you don't know where it's going, and then you end up running out of money or something. I don't know. So it's important to know where your money is and where it's going and what its purpose is. That's why I plan on creating a budget, so I know where my needs are, my wants are, savings, all those kinds of things. It's good to keep that organized so you're not looking at your bank account at the end of the day and just wondering, where did all of my money go? It also helps us to be mindful when making choices of, should I or should I not buy this item? If it is not in the budget, then you shouldn't do it. My 10th and final goal for this fall reset is to get creative. You can get creative in many different ways. If you are an artistic person by nature, take this time to paint the beautiful nature that you see outside. Sit at a park, paint the trees changing colors, sketch people as you see them walking by. It's really a time to just get out of your comfort zone and try something new. Another way to get creative this season is through your fall style. Experiment with different outfits, different accessories, really just show off your personality through what you're wearing. It's also important to do things that inspire you. Go to the park, go to an art museum, listen to music. All these kinds of things can help spark that creativity to get the ball rolling into doing something super fun. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.